Hey everyone, today we're going to take a look at the Hot Wheels Super 6-in-1 track set. This is a Kid Picks Toys R Us exclusive, so that's the only place you can get it. You can also get it at toysrus.com. It comes with two cars, as you can see right there. It's motorized. It comes with a power booster. Very cool. Now basically this is a track set that has been sold at Toys R Us for many years, so that just shows you how awesome of a set it is. It has 6 different layouts. It has instructions that show how to build each of these unique layouts. And this is just a really good starter set. So if you're someone who maybe is just getting started on buying some cars and some track, this is a really good way to get started because as you'll see on the back, it just comes with one booster, one loop, and it has some turns and some straight track. And really, the sky's the limit on how many designs you can make. It has instructions for 6, but of course, if you can think of something better, you can totally build it. So this is just a really awesome starter set, and also an expansion set. Even if you have a ton of pieces already, you can always use another power booster or another loop base or anything like that. So some really good parts included in here, and I think that's why Toys R Us has sold it for this many years. So a very awesome item. Here's a look at the side of the box. And on the bottom you can see that this particular box has a copyright of 2009. And we'll flip it over and take a look at the back. This is kind of the main layout, I guess. It has a classic loop that goes around the track, and then it does a figure 8 spiral back to the loop again, back to the power booster, I should say. Yeah, so here again is a look at the layouts included in the instructions. So there's 6 of them, but of course you can make as many as you can think of. And then here were a couple other sets available at the time as well. I do not think that these are still sold in stores. Anyways, with that said, I think it's time to open this up. Alright, so now we'll take a look at the pieces included in the box. Here we have the loop base, 6 straight pieces of track, the 2 loop sections, and then over here we have the curves. And the nice thing is that they included the more modern high banked curves as well as the older style curves that are low banked. So you can use the lower banked curves for slowing the car down and stuff like that. Very cool. And here we have the connectors as well as a riser. Now the interesting thing is that the power booster is actually the old 90s style. You can tell by the logo here. That is the old 1990s Hot Wheels logo. This one has the foam rollers. The more modern ones have more rubbery rollers, but it should work about the same. So it's just interesting that they did decide to include the older style of power booster, and that will require 2 D-cell batteries. Also included is the instruction manual, a sticker sheet, and of course the 2 cars. As I mentioned before, the instruction manual does have very detailed instructions on how to assemble each of the 6 track layouts. So that other side had the first 4, and then here is 5 and 6. And it also shows where to apply the stickers. So a very nice and detailed instruction manual.